Hello, hello. It's me again. But let's not talk about me. Let's talk about you. Let's say if you were in the market for a Tesla, but have now been dissuaded by Elon and his narcissistic Nazi ways, and you're looking for an alternative, well, I'm here to tell you there are alternatives and better ones, such as this, the BMW iX. Let's get into it in more detail. I've borrowed this iX from the nice folks of BMW London, so I can show you this vehicle in all its details. As usual, we'll begin with styling. This is the most controversial bit regarding this vehicle. Most people don't particularly find this attractive, mainly because of this big schnoz. It's a fake grille. Most people say it's a little too big. But you know what? When you are spending time with it, you forget about that, because the rest of the vehicle is actually quite nice. I like this floating roof. I like the tail lights. Very nice slim units. Is it the prettiest car on the market? No. But hey, it's a nice big electric SUV, and if that's what you were looking for, this should do the trick. It's a little too cold, so let's step inside. Now this is the door handle. You put your hand in here, pull the pad, that's it. Much better than those pop-out door handles which hardly ever work. Look at this interior. Isn't this phenomenal? Excellent seats, and yes, these seats do not give me backache like the 3 Series did. Look at this beautiful curved screen display. Quite like it. Okay, jumping in. Good to step out of the cold and in this wonderful interior. Now this screen allows you to go through pretty much anything you want. It's got owner's manual here, connect your mobile devices, and even seat comfort. And you can press and hold certain arrows for it to adjust the seat. That's quite clever, although I do wish there were hard buttons to do all that. There are actually hard switches, these crystallized switches for seat control, so you can adjust the backrest, the bottom cushion, but not every feature is up here, but at least the main ones are. Would have been nice to have all the seat features in hard buttons. However, what I really like is this still has the iDrive controller. Now, what I'm hearing is the iDrive is going away. So future BMW products will not have this. It'll be pretty much all touchscreen, voice activation. But I like the iDrive controller, so this thing will be missed. Let's talk about the rear seats. Well, there's plenty of space. Even the back of the front seats have these crevices cut in to give you extra knee room. There, USB-C phone chargers there. You can connect different accessories in there. Nice seats. They're not exactly swimming in features, like they don't really have electric recline and whatnot. Basic armrest. I was just expecting a little bit more from the back seats, but maybe it's a good idea not to have too many features for kids to mess around with. Trunk space. Reach out for the switch. Yes, that's the level 1 charger there. Yeah, a very decent sized trunk. It's not massive, like it could have been wider, could have been deeper, although you have that crevice to put some things in out of sight. Look at that, because the tail lights are on the tailgate. When the tailgate is open, you have additional lights. So if you're pulled by the side of the road and you have the hazards on, people can see that you have the hazards on. Kind of cool. Also kind of cool is this panoramic roof, which with the touch of a button can get lighter or darker. Can't see that all that well on a day like today, but trust me, it does enough to make a difference. Powering the iX XDrive 50 model like this one is a 111 kilowatt hour battery, which sends power to all 4 wheels. It's a dual motor, so a motor in the front sending power to the front wheels, a motor in the back sending power to the rear wheels. You get in total 516 horsepower and 564 pounds-feet of torque. The transmission is listed as a 1-speed automatic, fairly common with electric vehicles. So how quick is it? Well, let's find out. Quick, it's very quick, and it sounds like the Starship Enterprise when you're on full throttle. That soundtrack is courtesy of Hans Zimmer, one of the most well-known music composers in the entire world. Time to go for a drive. Fire it up. Like the 3 Series I tested a few weeks ago, this is the controller for the transmission. Put it back, you're in drive. Now there are lots of drive modes in this vehicle. So depending on your mood, you could drive it in different ways. You press the My Modes switch here. These come up. This is expressive, makes a lot of interesting noises. It's like a train is going by. Okay, it's not moving anywhere. Jeez. Maybe a little too expressive. Cycle through try relax. Okay, relax for sure. Silent. Quietens everything down. No digitized noise, which is kind of nice. Part of the appeal of an electric car is silence. So glad this has a silent mode. So what's it like to drive? Well, as you would expect from a BMW, it's very solid, it's very stable. And thanks to instantaneous power, it's very quick. Effortlessly quick. Is it the kind of vehicle you would want to take on a twisty back road and fling it from corner to corner? No, it's not that kind of BMW. It handles well enough, but it's not an M3. It weighs 2.5 tons, which is quite a lot, to be honest. However, petrol-powered BMW SUVs are roughly the same weight, so not far off. Okay, let's try Sport. Alright. This is the mode that sounds like the Starship Enterprise. It is addictive. This is fun. I was expecting the steering to be a bit heavier, especially in sport mode. We'll get used to it, but would have been nicer to have had a firmer steering. I also would have liked a brake pedal that was a little bit bitier than this. The first inch of travel, there is hardly anything there. You gotta really press on it. You'll get used to it, but yeah, it's going to require some time to get used to it. Just effortless power. It's a very nice vehicle to cruise around in. Rides well, lots of power, lots of range in fact as well. You should, depending on your driving habits, get anywhere from 430 to up to 500 kilometers on a full charge. That's plenty for most people. And if you've got the right apps to charge it along the way, you can take it on a road trip. Would be nice. This is the kind of vehicle that would do rather well on a long journey. Massaging seats, lots of space. only charging your car was as easy as filling up your car with gas, because you go up to a gas station, you can pay cash, you can pay with your debit card, you can pay with your credit card. There's no app required. But to charge an electric car, you need to have the right app. And if you don't have the right app, you have to sit in the parking lot, download the app, attach your credit card information and whatnot, and you're gonna pay a lot to charge your vehicle. The only economical way to charge your vehicle is at home, but you can't take your home with you. So our charging network is the problem. Electric cars are not. What about efficiency? Well, like I mentioned before, it's got a 111 kilowatt hour battery. 109 of that is usable. There is always a little bit of reserve for other things. So driving range is out of 109 kilowatt. Efficiency wise, you'll see probably somewhere in the region of 4.6, 4.7 kilometers per kilowatt hour. Range, as I mentioned earlier, anywhere between 430 to 500 kilometers, depending on your driving style. Price. Well, an XDrive 50 model like this is yours for just over $101,000 in Canada. This one, as equipped, for sale at BMW London, is $120,000. Not cheap, but it's quite an impressive car. Quite impressive. Time for the final verdict. The BMW iX turned out to be a lot better than I was expecting it to be. BMWs are generally good, but I wasn't too sure about this one when I first saw these about 2 years ago. The looks have definitely grown a bit on me, but after driving it, it's definitely grown on me. I'll go so far as to say that this is the best electric vehicle that I've driven. And US magazine Edmunds, they had one on long-term test, and they said that it was boring just from the fact that nothing ever went wrong. It was the most reliable electric vehicle they've ever had on their long-term fleet. So if you want a reliable, spacious, fast electric vehicle, the iX might just be what you're looking for. Hope you like the video. Please do like and subscribe. Thank you.